Milano's Tavern started out as the Royal Terminus Hotel, which was built in the 1840s. It had a total of 5 sitting rooms and 7 bedrooms. For 30 shillings a week, you could stay at the hotel. In around 1990, it was sold and renamed to Milano's Tavern, where it sits today as a dining bistro and a function centre. A known suicide took place in one of the bedrooms when it was a hotel. His name was Mr. Charles Edward Broome, and he was a stockbroker, and he was found dead in his bed with an empty bottle of acid next to him. On the dressing table, he had a note which was addressed to the local police sergeant. He admitted that he had taken his own life and basically of his own free will. He asked to be put in a yacht and released at sea. If it was not possible, he asked that his body was to be wrapped in a cloth and put in a cheap coffin with holes drilled in it so that the coffin could be put in the ocean and the holes in the coffin would make it sink. There's also the story of Tilly, and that comes from the staff members of Milano's, and they told us that there was a young staff member who was raped in the 1920s by the landlord of the hotel. She was dragged through the underground tunnel, which still sits underneath the kitchen today, where she was left for dead. It's quite common for a lot of hotels in sort of bayside areas here in Victoria to have a hotel leading out to the sea, and it was so that alcohol could be transported by pirates, because this was at a time when prohibition was in. Staff reported that on the third floor, Tilly used to make herself known, and she was quite aggressive to males, often pushing them or growling at them, and a lot of their own staff were afraid to go upstairs on their own. So I went in there with a team of people to see if the stories of Tilly were in fact true. So when I went to investigate Milano's Tavern, it was with the intention to see if the rumours of Tilly were true, because the staff were actually really scared to go onto the third level. So that was the aim of the investigation. There were around about 5 of us there on that night, and there were 3 males and 2 females. So the 3 males were at the other end of the building, and I myself with another female investigator went up to the 3rd floor. We were standing on the stairs pointing towards what was a little doorway in the attic, and I was doing an EVP session. And I basically was asking questions to Tilly, and one of the questions I asked was she upset that I'd brought 3 men along with me? It was then that I felt what was like this cold breath on this ear, and I felt like even my eardrums vibrate. You know when someone whispers in your ear and you can actually feel their voice? That's what it felt like. And I had this voice, and it said to me, "Get out." And it took me a moment to register what had happened, because I knew it wasn't the girl behind me, and I knew that the other guys were over the other end of the building, and I knew that there wasn't anyone standing next to me. And my immediate reaction was I freaked out, and I basically said, "No, I can't deal with this," and I ran down the stairs, because I have investigated the paranormal and I've had things happen, but they're things that I guess I, as an investigator, can logically debunk. So I couldn't debunk this, and it really shook me. It felt like everything I was looking for I had found, and then it really took me a really long time to get over this, because was there really someone there that wanted me to get out? Like it felt like it was a really aggressive, get out. And I really struggled with it for a really long time. And even today, when I think back, I logically cannot debunk that experience. And I guess what made it even more interesting was straight after it happened, I went with some of the guys into what was our hub, which was some sort of dining room, and we reviewed the recorder and we reviewed the video footage, and you could actually hear the voice on both the recorder and the video footage. And you can see that there's no one there, and you can see it wasn't me whispering. You could see it wasn't anyone else whispering. The voice, it came from nowhere. And my question was it Tilly? Or was it this Charles Edward Broome who committed suicide? Because it sounded like a male aggressive voice. Were the staff perhaps misinterpreting this spirit to be Charles? Maybe he just wanted to be left alone and didn't want people up there with him. There's so many questions, and I visited the location a couple of times after that to see if I could get answers, and nothing has ever happened in that location for me again. And in fact, today, nothing even comes close to that experience that I had. And the fact that it happened sort of within the first 12 months of me being a paranormal investigator, it's kind of like that holy grail that I feel like I'm going to be chasing, but nothing is ever going to live up to that moment. I really am skeptical now that I am never going to have an experience like I had at Milano's Tavern. Maybe that was it for me, but I still keep searching and still keep trying, and have a look at the video and see for yourself and see what you think. Are you upset, Tilly, because we brought 3 men up here? Oh my god! Did you hear that? We brought 3 men up here. Are you upset, Tilly, because we brought 3 men up here? Oh my god! Are you upset, Tilly, because we brought 3 men up here? Are you upset, Tilly, because we brought 3 men up here? Oh my god! Did you hear that? Did you hear it?
I did. I thought it was one of them downstairs.
No. No. No, no.
It's alright, Sarah, it's okay. It's alright.